their brand was built on something maybe they weren't while they were working members of the royal family. And they come over to the United States and you see how money motivated they are, which to be fair, they kind of have to be. But you see that they are kind of relentless in their entertainment pursuits, whether it's Meghan at Paris Fashion Week, her Netflix series, her podcasts, and you think, oh, well, that's not what I fell in love with. I'm disappointed in what you turned out to be. Am I do you see how I could how as a royal watcher we might be disappointed in that evolution?
Yeah, people pivot. I
Yeah.
totally get it. Yeah.
This is quite the pivot. This is quite the pivot. Well, so when they stepped down as working royals, their personal brand had immense global goodwill. They even said that they were going to live a life of service. Um, how do you think that goodwill eroded so quickly? Was it sitting down with Oprah Winfrey and being critical of the British royal family? Is it the perpetual complaining? They're always, even Meghan was in DC yesterday talking to Fortune, and she said that she needed the first few years after she left the royal family to heal. And you're like, oh my God, don't open this wound again. Is it a lack of authenticity, which you see when you're scrolling through TikTok and all the parodies with Meghan Markle? Is it the lack of a legitimate strategy, or is it all the above?
Well, first thing is, you never really want to badmouth your ex-employer, right? Like that's like a rule that we all have. And
Holy cow, is that not the truth?
and I think that that's what they're struggling. That was the first step, right? And it's worth the world knowing what goes on within the royal family. But at the same time, the reason why people love the royal family is because it's so secretive, right?
Mm.
Like if we had full access into everything, everybody would probably hate them. It's the reason why we well, it's the reason why we love celebrity, right? Like we create this image of who they are based off of what we don't actually know about them.
Mm-hmm.
People always say like, don't meet your heroes.
Ah, that is so great. When I list off a bunch of these things to you, like multiple podcasts, multiple series, some scripted, some unscripted, um, what else? She does calligraphy. She's selling jam now. Do you get a sense of strategy whatsoever, or does it feel like they're just throwing everything at the wall and trying to see what sticks?
What it sounds like is they're trying a lot of things at once.
Mm. And is that okay, or is it not okay when you? I mean, to me, I feel like it's cheapened their brand because as they leave the British royal family, they're on such a pedestal,
Mhm.
and every time they try and fail at something, or it feels like a cheap grab and it's not authentic, like Meghan Markle in a kitchen, get out of here. I feel like it it makes their brand less of the powerhouse that it was initially.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I think like when you look at the entire ecosystem of celebrity, everybody has a lane, right?
Mm,
But you just mentioned Jam. Like I immediately go to Martha Stewart, right?
right.
Like Martha Stewart for the longest time was really only known for one thing, and that was like home ec, essentially, right? Like, I hope that's not
No, you're fine. You're not going to get canceled here.
right, like she made beautiful spaces. She made beautiful spaces and places and events. That is what she's known for. She since has expanded. So I think maybe in this case what we're seeing is they're entering public life in a much more revealing way outside of the royal family, and rather than finding their lane, they're going very broad, and that creates confusion because there's the jam maker, and then there's the people who love to um, give their time on the weekends, right?
Hmm.
How are people going to know who she really is and how to identify with her if she's doing all these things? It's tough. I will say though, in her defense, we're humans, we're multifaceted, right? But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean you have to put everything out there,
Yeah. Chill
right?
out. Chill
You,
out. Pump the brakes, lady.
you
All
could
right. So
jam
if
alone. You could
yeah,
jam alone, yeah.
yeah, for sure. All right. If I had to describe their professional reputation since they stepped back as working royals, because you like, we're very honestly like, honestly, Harry and Meghan are maybe not in my algorithm, and I respect that. Okay. But I would use terms like overexposure, poor
Mhm.
strategy, and inconsistency as someone that works with high profile clients. How detrimental are those characteristics to a brand?
I mean, overexposure is massive.
Mm.
right? I think when it comes to brands, the more you can get in front of people, the better. But that doesn't mean that you show them everything, every part of you. And I think that that's really the component of overexposure is if you are revealing too much about yourself too frequently, all of a sudden the mystery's gone. I was speaking with an art dealer the other day, and we were talking about like how do you get these artists more well known? And what we landed on was that you do not want to show how the sausage gets made. You don't want to show how the art is made because all of a sudden the value you realize the value of that art is purely the canvas and the acrylic that's on it. Right?
Mm.
When really the reality is the value of things when it comes to celebrity, when it comes to brands, is the value you assign to it.
Wow. Oh, that gave me chills. Like I'm coming to your TED Talk. I'll be in the front row. All right. I know that you're not 100% familiar with all of the spider web that is this company and brand and entity, Harry and Meghan Archwell, but they one thing that really gets under my skin is on the humanitarian side, their motto is show up, do good. And for the most part, we see them on red carpets or accepting awards. Like I don't see a lot of the doing good, but from the brand perspective, show up, do good. Is it just lazy enough and vague enough to where they don't have to be held accountable because they're not very specific about what they stand for?
Oh, that's interesting. I think like show up, show up, do good's pretty broad, right? It is. And I think I don't know much about them. What I'm hearing though is that what we want to see is less about the awards and more about the doing good,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Like you do want to, and I know that Harry's mom was big into that, right? She publicized a lot of the work that she did. Um, but I think when you have a platform like that, the doing good is less relevant to the encouraging other people to do good
Ooh.
because they could do good quietly.
Mm-hmm.
That's fine. Two people can do as much as they can, right? Like everybody else does it. It's the publicizing of the, hey, I did this starts to feel not great.
Yeah. It feels a little icky.